but it feels like this is a win that really can do a lot for you guys in terms of confidence and the way you came back, the way you won it, especially given your opponent tonight?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I felt pretty good coming into this game. We had a couple of good days of practice. It just felt like a night where we could come out and play well. And then the first half, we stunk it up. So I was way off, at least for the first half. But I liked our fight. Our competitive nature in the second half changed. We really started to get after it defensively, and thought our second unit was amazing. They really kept us in the game. And then, the starters came back in and finished it up. So it was a great win. We needed it.
Part of that second unit was with Oubre to start the second and fourth.
Yeah.
What sparked that, and what did you like about it?
Well, I just decided to make the change, thinking about it over the last couple of days, just to flip-flop Andrew and Kelly in the rotation, give Kelly a chance to play with a different group. I think, in the early part of the season, he's gotten kind of lost he's just kind of standing in the corner, and not a whole lot is happening for him. And I thought just playing him with the second unit would maybe activate him, get him more aggressive, get him more involved, and I thought he did a great job. He came out aggressive in that first half, and obviously Eric Paschal was a huge part of that second unit as well. It was a move that, again, it's early in the season, so we're just trying to look at a lot of different things, and it worked out, and we'll probably do it again next game.
Steve, to follow up on Oubre, you've been so confident all along that he would find his way. Is this the kind of game that you think can really turn him in the right direction now moving forward for the season?
I hope so. I mean, I think he's been good for us. He's dogging the ball up and down the floor. He really plays with energy defensively, especially on the ball, and that's been one of the main things we've been looking for him with Clay out. That relieves Steph of a lot of duties defensively, and that frees Steph up to expend his energy, on offense. So Kelly's already been good for us in a lot of ways. It's just that he struggled with his shot, and everybody's locked in on his shooting percentage from three. But I think there's no question it's been bothering him. He's been frustrated, and I know in the locker room right now he's feeling great, and he should, because he just played a hell of a game.
Steve, you mentioned that you flip-flopped Wiggins and Oubre's roles. It kind of seems like you did that early on defense too. You had Wiggins guarding the point guard and Oubre guarding LeBron. What kind of went into that?
Well, we know how important Schroeder is to their offense, and we figured let's put Andrew on the ball and let Kelly pick up LeBron full court when LeBron was going to handle. And so we liked the length on Schroeder, and we liked Kelly's willingness to pick up full court. Now Schroeder really got going, and it wasn't based on Andrew's defense. It was based on our team defense. We just couldn't keep him out of the lane. But again, I mean, the thing that we are trying to establish as a team is that we're going to be good defensively. So I know everybody's focused on the offense and, getting more shooters on the floor and everything, but, we're trying to be a good defensive team first. And Andrew and Kelly, with their length and athleticism, should be two of our best defenders. And that's why we're continuing to go the way we're going. But it's still early, and we've got to tinker, and we got to find the rotations that make the most sense.
Hi, Steve. Carlos Ramirez, NBC Bay Area and Telemundo. Against that team on that court and against the current sixth man of the year, was that a statement game for Eric Paschal?
I don't know. I mean, Eric has been doing this all season. So I guess the fact that this was a national TV game and a lot of people were watching, maybe some people who didn't notice Eric before are going to notice, but this has been what he's done now all season long. He's having a fantastic early part of the season for us. He's really solidified his role, and he's given that second group a lot of punch.
Steve, Chris Alvarez from ABC7. You talk about building an identity. You have 2 big comeback wins against arguably 2 of the best teams in the league. How does that go towards what you guys are trying to do as a foundation?
Well, I think the whole thing tonight, the lesson is that we have to scrap. I didn't think we scrapped in the first half. I didn't think we competed, and we did that in the second half. The whole half, guys were flying around. Everybody who came in off the bench did a great job. So I just think it was a good lesson for our team that if we compete and defend at a high level, we've got a chance to beat anybody.
What did you think about James Knight? I think he had 5 fouls and 13 minutes.
James struggled tonight. Obviously that's the best team in the league over there. Playing with Gasol and Davis. Davis is one of the best bigs in the league. Gasol's been doing this forever, and so it was a tough night for James. But there are going to be nights like this early in his career. He just has a lot to learn. I love how he's handling things. He listens. He absorbs coaching. He's competitive. After that 5th foul, he went over to the bench and he slammed his hand into the water cooler or something. I don't know what it was. I heard it. I turned to Mike Brown. I said, "I love that. I love that. That's what you want. You don't want somebody who doesn't care." So James cares, but he's just a kid, and this is a tough league. It's difficult lessons out there, but he's learning them, and he's growing every day, and he's gonna have a brilliant career ahead of him.
Steve, down the stretch, you got a couple of big layups from Draymond. How important I know he's like a passer and a rebounder and does defense, but how important is it to your offense that he creates when the opportunity is there?
Yeah, I mean, when we run that pick and roll, obviously this year, especially, everybody's blitzing Steph and trapping him. And anytime Draymond can get the ball in the middle of the floor, it's a 4-on-3. And I think tonight was really the first night he looked aggressively to attack the rim instead of trying to swing the ball on. And those were 2 of the biggest buckets of the game. So I think Draymond is still, finding his way this year after missing training camp and being off for 9 months. I loved his approach tonight, his energy, his intensity. That's the guy we have to have to win games. And he reminded me of the old Draymond tonight.